Welcome back to V&B Kindness channel, everybody. I'm really excited because today I have a special guest who happens to be one of my closest friends. May I introduce Dr. Gina Verma. And she's going to share with us today the wisdom and pearls of what she's learned being in this, amazing and honorable position that she is to take care of people in those moments in their lives. She's going to tell us what she's learned from this experience. Gina takes care of patients during their last moments in life. Gina is one of my best friends, but not only that, she's somebody who I really admire because of what she does for a living, and not just because of what she does for a living, but how she processes that into valuable life lessons. So Gina, I'm going to ask you today, tell us a little bit about what you do.
And from the first moment that I went to see hospice patients, I just kind of knew that this was it. I was actually spending time with my patients, which I lacked in regular practice. I was actually like having conversations with patients, and then over time, these patients were teaching me things.
Yeah.
It was just incredible what they teach me. So I know they tell me that I give them so much, but it's my patients who give me, gosh, all these life lessons I've had the privilege of knowing over the last, I don't know, X amount of years. And that has been priceless.
Yeah.
Priceless. There's a quote. Can I just read this quote?
Sure.
It's by Angela Davis. And she says, "I'm no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I'm changing the things I cannot accept."
Okay.
The question is, are you going to be true to yourself, or are you going to be true to, I guess, the rules of everybody else?
So basically, if you have to give us 3 take-home things that you've learned from your patients, things that stand out in your mind, because I'm sure you've taken care of hundreds of people, what would be the first thing?
I would say the first thing would be, they say you be you.
You be you.
You be you.
Okay. You be you.
You be you.
All right. And then the second thing?
The second thing I would say is accept yourself.
Okay.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Forgive yourself.
Yes.
For all of yourself. Okay.
And number 3, live the life that you're meant to live.
Okay. That's so hard to do. I mean, at our age, right? We're healthy, we're young. We're not thinking about those moments where we realize this is the end or the afterlife or whatever you believe to be true about what happens once we, exit our bodies and take our last breath. Yeah. So is there a story that you could share that, of regret that you can think about?
I know one of the patients that kind of stood out for me there was a patient, I think I wrote about this patient as well. She was a Caucasian lady. She grew up in America. Seems like she had a good life, etc. But one thing that she struggled with was that nobody ever told her that she was beautiful.
Oh.
And so she always thought that she was, not pretty, not ugly. She was single, never got married. And that kind of like weighed her down. And even, when I heard that, I was, I don't know, I just got teary-eyed. The reason I got teary-eyed was because even in my culture, the Indian culture, there are certain things that are valued as more beautiful.
Yeah.
Being, light-skinned, it's supposed to be the most beautiful. Well, I'm not exactly light-skinned. And I grew up with that, like whenever I do see somebody who's fairer than me, I always consider them to be more beautiful. Because that was the conditioning.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, I learned something about one of my best friends today. You are beautiful. I want you to know that. In so many ways, people regret when it's their end of life.
Actually, people have kind of gathered that information, and they have come up with the top 5 regrets of the dying. Number 1 is I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself and not the life others expected of me. That was number 1. Okay. Number 2, I wish I didn't work so hard.
See?
Yeah.
So take a day off, people.
Yes. And go dance.
Go dance! She's a really good dancer. Go dancing with her.
Number 3, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Yeah, because I think a lot of us are afraid to say the things we want to say because there are repercussions to that as well. We're afraid of losing things, losing people.
Yeah.
Number 4, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends.
Really?
Yeah.
And maybe that's why you're so good at that.
I do make that time to do that because that's one thing I don't want to regret. I want to be able to say that I tried my best.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to be in my life, I'm okay with that. But I have given it my best.
Yeah, and you make everybody feel special. I don't know how you do that. You know, maybe there's 8 of you running around. Okay, what was the next one?
And number 5 was, I wish that I had let myself be happier.
I wish that I had let myself be happier.
Yes.
So, meaning like be happier with life as it is, or change things so that...
That's a good question. That's something that you have to answer for yourself. And that's the process of getting to know yourself, who you are. Because a lot of us really don't know who we are because we are so busy with everything.
Yeah.
Work, family,
kids,
obligations, things like that. So
we don't really know inside who we are. We don't even take the time to really think about it.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're kind of living a life unconsciously.
Exactly.
Without knowing.
Yeah. And then during the last phases of your life, when you do have a lot of time to think about, that's when all these thoughts kind of go through your mind. But by then, you know, you're not able to do it physically because you are bedbound and there's no access to things either.
Yeah.
You know, people have left you. People have...
Or passed away.
Yeah. Exactly. Now you are in the last moments of your life and you're thinking about all these stuff and those are the 5 regrets. Yeah. So if you know that information, like Maya Angelou said, when you know better, do better.
Do better. So not only are you beautiful on the outside, I truly mean it, but you are so beautiful on the inside, and I have the privilege to get to know all of that inner beauty, and I just want to thank you so much for taking the time in your day, which you do. If anybody knows Gina, they know that she will take time in her day for the people who are important to us, and I'm not so good at that. But I thank you so much for sharing your precious time and out of your work day. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
You're the best. Oh.